evening, wherever you're watching us from. I am Ifrah Noor and welcome to this edition of Dalsan TV English News. Tonight we bring you the latest updates and developments from Somalia, a nation at the crossroads of change and resilience, from political turmoil to security transitions, and from natural disasters to remarkable military operations. But for now, let's have a look at some of the top stories that are making the headlines. ATMIS transfers security control of Villa Somalia to Somali security agencies. Political turmoil escalates as Puntland security forces seize parliament building in Garowe. SODMA commissioner addresses parliament, sheds light on devastating flood situation across Somalia. And finally, Somali army chiefs urges Al-Shabaab to surrender during Galmudug state visit. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now let's delve into the full bulletin. African Union mission in Somalia, ATMIS, has on Saturday officially handed over security responsibility of the presidential palace in compliance with the UN Security Council Resolution 2710, mandating the drawdown of the 3,000 troops by December 31st, contributing to the ongoing Somalia security transition. A contingent of Somali National Army and the Somali Special Police Forces are expected to take over the security responsibility of the presidency Villa Somalia, encompassing the office of the Prime Minister and the Parliament House.
After years of relying on the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia for protection, the country's presidential security forces and specially trained police units have on Sunday officially taken over security operations at Villa Somalia. The presidential complex in Mogadishu has been under protection of the ATMIS forces since 2007. With a peak strength of around 20,000 troops, ATMIS has played a vital role in supporting the Somali government against various threats, including the Islamist militias. However, as Somalia continues to make progress in regaining control of its territories, the international community has gained confidence in the country's ability to handle its security affairs independently. The transition of the security responsibilities at Villa Somalia from ATMIS to the Somali security forces is a tangible demonstration of this growing confidence. The phased withdrawal of the ATMIS forces aligns with the recent United Nations Security Council resolution, which authorized the reduction of the foreign troops in Somalia. This resolution sets the stage for Somalia to take control of its security operations, paving way for a more self-reliant and sovereign nation. Additionally, the recent lifting of the United Nations embargo on Somalia further enhances the country's military capabilities. While Somalia has faced numerous challenges, including earlier defeats against the insurgents, the Somali government and its forces, with the support of local clan militias, have made significant strides in regaining control of several areas. This progress has been crucial in the overall security landscape of the country, contributing to the confidence placed in Somalia's security forces as they prepare to assume control of Villa Somalia.
Amidst escalating political turmoil, Puntland security forces have made a bold move by seizing control of the parliament building in Garowe. Witness accounts reveal a dramatic scene with marine forces and military vehicles surrounding the premises, effectively cutting off access. The situation remains tense as the power struggle unfolds. Our reporter has more on the story.
In a dramatic turn of events on Saturday night, Puntland security forces took control of the parliamentary building in Garowe. Witnesses reported that marine forces and military vehicles surrounded the premises early in the morning, effectively cutting the access to the building. This action comes just 3 days after the parliament expressed its objection to President Said Abdullahi Deni's appointment of the Parliamentary Dispute Resolution Committee, a move that has further fueled the already tense atmosphere leading up to next month's parliamentary and presidential election. The conflict between the parliament and the president escalated when the parliament appointed a new committee, which directly clashed with the president's preferred choice. The disagreement has sparked a bitter dispute between the two branches of government, leaving the nation in a state of political uncertainty. A new parliamentary election using the widely acclaimed one-person, one-vote election model would be conducted a year later. The regional parliament threw its weight behind the decision of the traditional elders, endorsing their proposal and voting to extend its own term by 1 year. Speaker of the Puntland Parliament, Abdurrashid Yusuf Jabril, along with other parliament members, firmly stand by 1 year extension period.
Commissioner Mohammed Moalim of the Somali National Disaster Management Agency made a crucial appearance before Parliament to provide vital insights into the current flood situation ravaging the country. Millions of Somali citizens are grappling with the dire consequences of El Nino-induced floods, and the Commissioner's testimony sheds light on the urgent need for support and intervention.
Somali National Disaster Management Agency Commissioner Mohammed Maalim on Saturday appeared before Parliament to give an update on the current flood situation in the country. Mahmoud in his address detailed the dire situation facing millions of the Somali people who have been severely impacted by the El Nino-induced floods. He called on the lawmakers to support the ongoing efforts to help the families ravaged by the flash floods, which he pointed out need urgent relief supplies. The Commissioner also briefed the members on the agency's strategies, challenges and the progress made in distributing humanitarian aid to the flood-hit areas. Maalim uses the opportunity to appeal to the government and humanitarian actors to step up relief assistance to the Somali people who are grappling with the impacts of the devastating floods. This is the second time that the Commission is appearing before Parliament to brief and answer questions from the members on the current flood crisis in the country. SODMA has in recent weeks been involved in coordination and distribution of relief supplies to families impacted by the heavy rains across the country, with Jubaland and Southwest states being the worst hit regions. Somalia is currently grappling with severe effects of intense torrential rains that have killed over 110 people, displaced more than 2 million others, and disrupted livelihoods.
General Dayah Abdi Abdullah, the esteemed Ground Forces Chief of the Somali National Army, undertook a noteworthy visit to recently liberated towns in Galmudug State. The purpose of this visit was to conduct a comprehensive assessment of the ground situation and coordinate effective counter-terrorism operations against extremist groups in the region. This bold move demonstrates the commitment to secure and stabilize the area.
Somali National Army's Ground Commander, General Dayah Abdi Abdullah, has on Saturday visited the newly liberated Shabelo village and its surrounding areas. The visit was intended to inspect and assess the current situation of the officers on the ground and coordinate counter-terrorism operations against the Islamist group in the region. The infantry commander was accompanied by Galmudug authorities and high officials from the Somali military. Abdullah convened a meeting with the army leaders and soldiers, using the opportunity to motivate the troops who are battling bravely on the front lines and commended them for the remarkable work they are doing for the country. He called on them to sustain and even bolster their relentless pursuit to liberate the nation from the grip of Al-Shabaab. Somali National Army officers backed by regional troops and locals have in recent months made significant progress in recent operations against Al-Shabaab in Galmudug State. The officers have captured strategic and ancient towns pivotal to the terror outfit operations and logistics, including Haradere, a port town in Mudug region, Galmudug State. The second phase of operations to flush out the extremists from the remnants of the areas under their control is set to kick off in the coming weeks.
That's all we have prepared for you, dear viewers. Kindly stay connected to Dalsan TV platforms. We wish you a lovely evening.